And we're back. So now I've taken the bags, I've separated them all up into the different cuts. I'll go over the cuts with you quickly and just describe different things that they're typically used for. We'll start out with the nice steaks, the grilling steaks, always great on the barbecue. We have one filet mignon, so very tender, arguably the best of the cuts, probably the most desired. Then with that, another favorite everybody wants, T-bone steaks. We have 3 packages of 2. I've chosen to have my cuts of steak a little thicker than the standard. The standard is 3/4 of an inch. I've opted to go with an inch. I just like that little more flexibility on the grill. It allows me less of a chance to overcook the steak. Right in line with the T-bones are the rib steaks, another fantastic grilling steak. Some people can also choose to have this in the form of a prime rib roast. Many people like that as well. So we have the option of having one or the other. Going right down the line, we have the wing steak, another fantastic grilling steak, nice marbling, very tender, sure to impress. The sirloin tip steak is another fantastic steak on the barbecue. This one I like to let marinate for about a day. The Boston steak, lesser known steak, but nevertheless a very tasty boneless steak that you're sure to enjoy. Flank steak is not for everyone. I quite like it. It's typically used in a lot of Tex-Mex dishes, like for carne asada. This would be the cut that you would use. We move on now to the round steaks. The round steaks are more of a marinating steak. This is the type of thing you're going to want to use for a beef bourguignon, or if you're going to use it on the grill, we recommend you marinate it for at least a day in your favorite barbecue sauce. Minute steak, very versatile. This steak is great for stir fries. Where it's a thinner steak, this is something I like to give to my kids just because I'm going to cut it up into small pieces and we'll use one of these for us, and then my wife and I will maybe take out a T-bone for supper. I love my kids, but another steak that's great. It's cooked a little differently. It's the osso buco. Typically, I like to flour this, sear it in the pan real quick, put it in a Pyrex, cook it in the oven with some tomatoes, thyme, oregano, basil, a little bit of white wine. You can find your own recipe online, but great meal for a Sunday afternoon. Gives a nice smell in the house. We'll now move on to the roasts. We have the shoulder roast, great for some roast beef sandwiches. Blade roast as well. This can also be made into steaks if you prefer, or this can be made into ground beef or stewing beef if you choose not to take them as roasts. Another favorite of mine is a brisket. Briskets are fantastic cuts when cooked properly. This is a low and slow cut. You're going to want to cook this on a Sunday. Put it in the slow cooker or in the oven, low and slow. Some nice dry rub spices, and I tell you, it's going to fall apart, similar to that of a pulled pork sandwich. My kids like this so much they ask for seconds and in their lunch the next day. So it is a fantastic little treat for a Sunday. Make some nice sandwiches. Moving on to the stewing beef, you can expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 approximately pounds of stewing beef. We also have some ribs, great for making beef ribs, as well as bones for making broth. We then have the ground beef as well. In this particular cow, we ended up with 27 pounds of ground beef. Each bag is measured out to approximately 1 pound. Now, if there's any of these cuts that you don't like, you say to me, you know what, Harding, we're just not roasts people. We can make this into stewing beef or ground beef, as with any of the other cuts as well. And if you say, you know what, we just don't want bones, we don't want ribs, those are things that we can leave at the butcher if you prefer. Thank you for taking this time to view our brief demo, and I hope you found this helpful. Thank you and have a good day.